41 degrees and I'm about to go RVing. Oh, buddy, this is going to be interesting. Are you ready to do this with me? I hope so. Let's do it. Woo! Okay, so I'm here at Hartman Creek State Park. This is my first night here. Normally, when I get here, I like to go on a hike to just kind of explore the area. It's not a real hike, but just to get a feel for myself. And I have to tell you, this is one of the reasons why I love camping in the middle of the week. There is absolutely no one here. Now, granted, it is towards the end of October. It is very cold, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes tonight. But I think that's part of the reason why people aren't coming out and camping right now, because they think it's going to be too cold. So we'll see how this goes, but let's check things out as we get ready for some cold RVing in Wisconsin. So just got back from my first walk around of the park, and it's a nice little park from what I can tell so far. One of the interesting things about it, I was walking up and met a guy named Brent, and he actually from Tallahassee. He and I knew a lot of the same places. He lives in Madison now, but grew up in Tallahassee. We talked and reminisced about being in that area, talked a little bit about RVing and stuff like that. He's here with his family, but this is a small world, small community, and it's so nice when you get a chance to RV, run into some folks, and we were socially distanced, but it was nice to just kind of talk about some places we both knew about. Okay, I won't lie, this is one of the best parts about having an RV on a cold and wet, rainy day. I have my heaters, I have some work to do on the computer, and I have some movies. So I think that's how I'm going to spend today. No hike, but hopefully I'll get a hike tomorrow because I think the rain is actually going to pass through.
Not the most exciting way to spend a couple of days off in your RV in the rain. However, I was in my RV. There were a couple of folks out there tent camping, and I felt for them. I almost wanted to just invite them in so that they could stay dry, stay warm, and maybe watch a movie. But I didn't. I just got down to some work, enjoyed the view, and chilled out the best I could.
Hey everybody, David, aka RVJedeye, and I am exploring a brand new state park. This one, Hartman Creek State Park, just a little bit about an hour and a half southwest of Green Bay, so it was an easy jaunt to get here. One of the things that I am doing for the very first time is RVing in the cold weather. I am in Wapaka County, and pretty much every day since I've been here, it's been about 37 degrees and it gets a little cold overnight. However, I am not hooked up to water because as Wisconsin state parks are set up, you get your water as you come into the park and then you camp. I do have electricity, which is key, but there's no water hose that I have to worry about, so nothing freezing overnight. And for the most part, because I have my electric heaters on throughout the day, inside stays fairly warm. Hartman Creek, again, a beautiful location here. The leaves are pretty much all gone or getting close to falling off. I am in late October right now as I get this camp in, which will probably be my final trip of the year. So I'm going to do it anyway because I want to know what it's like to RV in the cold. I've had a lot of folks talk to me about RVing in the cold. Some have suggested, hey, why not even try to do it in the snow? I'm not going to go that route right now. This will be the last one for me, but it is absolutely outstanding here. So in Hartman Creek, there are 103 campsites. Right now, some of those campsites are shut off, so the park is really narrow right now. I am camping in the middle of the week, and so there are not a lot of folks in general here, and because of the cold weather, I think there are even less. So the park is fairly empty. Since I have arrived, though, it has been raining pretty much nonstop, with just a break here and there. So for the most part, you know, a lot of this RV session has been indoors, which I am thankful I have an RV because I can't imagine tent camping outside in this weather. The park in general has several sites that have electricity, some that don't have anything, and it's fairly easy to get in and out of the sites. The sites are pretty much all compacted ground, and it's very easy to back in, hook up, and then you're set. The leaves are falling, so it's beautiful to see it right now, and it's a nice place to come. There is a main bathhouse located not too far from where I'm at. I'm at site 83, so you can see it, and I went in it. The bathrooms are nice and big, the showers are there, and everything's good. You know, there's a lot to do when you get to a place like this. Of course, one of the big things, gotta get my hike on, and I did that, although I did it with a twist. I started in the morning as opposed to eating breakfast and then going out for the hike. I went for the hike first. So right now I'm just out on a hike. It's a little unusual. I'm doing my hike in the morning because there is a window in between rain that is expected here. Right now I'm hiking down to the beach area, and it feels pretty easy. Right now, I think it's a paved area. When I get a little closer, maybe there'll be some kind of off-road hiking. The park itself is really pretty. It seems like there's a lot to do during a normal camping season, but RVing in the cold, it changes everything up, including my hike. So I think that's Hartman Creek. That's what this park is named after. Let's keep hiking and see if we can find some more about it. So this is where the hike really gets off the road. It's more packed ground here. You've got a couple of different options, especially if you ski. There's some cross-country skiing here, I guess. Got a sign here. Goes left, right, or up. Let's go up. Okay, this is probably a moderate hike because there's a little bit of a hill there, but once you get up the hill, it's pretty easy. I think everybody can do this hike. Right now, it looks like the trail is pretty wide open here. Take a look at it. So I think once you get up that little hill, you can walk it. It is cold, which makes this a lot different than my normal hikes, but still really, really pretty. It makes hiking a little more difficult because a lot of the trails are flooded out. You can get around them, which is nice, but your shoes, yeah, they're gonna be muddy when you get back from hiking today. So all in all, as I wrap up my hike, not a bad hike, not a bad place to check out. When you get here, there's a lot of stuff to do in terms of hiking. You get some beautiful views while you're out, and even in the cold, I have to admit, this hike was pretty special. So one of the things that's very different for me is RVing in the cold. Yep, see, when I first got my RV, I got it in Florida. The very first RV was a Class C that I had, and I explored all through December down there. And then I got my Class A, which I worked on during the February and early parts of the year before taking it back out all through the summer, and then again through December. Down in Florida, it was easy to go out and camp because it stays warm all the time. I remember one time being at a location, I believe in November, where I was at the beach. But the best part about it all, without a doubt, right over the dunes. Here in Wisconsin, it's a whole different ball game, but one that is kind of interesting. I have heaters in my RV that warm me up. I'm hooked up to electric, so that's how I keep the heat in the RV all throughout the time I'm here, electric heat, and that has been really good. The other thing I do is I have to dress differently. As you can see here, I have long sleeves underneath my shirt. When I go out for my hike, I am dressed a whole lot different than normally. I have long kind of hiking pants on. Today when I went out for my hike, I was in a jacket. So it is a different ball game when you're out there, but you have to bundle up because it is cold. Here, for the most part, it was about 37 degrees all day long and into the night as well. And 37 was kind of warm, I guess. But RVing here in Wisconsin in the cold is just a different experience. You know, you can get out, you can still do stuff, you can explore. Some people have even said, hey, why not try to do it in the snow? There are some parks that are open all year long, and you can hook up. You probably are going to want to have a heated hose, maybe some underskirting for your rig and things like that. So there are ways to RV in the dead of the cold and in the snow. I am not going to be one of those people to try it. I think that this is probably the coldest that I want to get on an RV trip. But that's okay. You know, I'm here. This is the first time going through this time of the year with my RV, so I wanted to get out and try it out. So in terms of going to bed, I have several blankets on the bed, including a down comforter, and that keeps me warm at night. I do use my electric heater. For the most part, I will warm up the bedroom, pump a lot of heat in there, and then I turn it off because I don't want anything to fall over when I'm sleeping. And I've been able to stay warm for the most part. Every now and then I'll get up, turn on the heat for a little bit, pump some heat in, stay up with it a little bit, and then shut it down and then go to sleep. So for RVing in cold temperatures, that's basically all I do. I do eat some heartier meals to make sure that I stay nice and warm, drink a lot of coffee and some tea as well. But for the most part, RVing in the cold hasn't been as bad as I had thought. It has rained the majority of the time I was here, so a lot of what I normally do outside, I just do inside. I have a computer, I have things to do, work, editing, all of those things. So there's stuff to do regardless, and I get to be out in the environment. I keep my windows open in terms of the shades, and I can look outside, and it is absolutely beautiful. So cold weather RVing, I'm mixed on it. I'm glad I did it this one time. We'll see how much I do it moving forward. So Hartman Creek State Park, a great place to come if you get a chance. The park is closed from December to April, but I can only imagine once it opens up in April, this place is going to be packed. So there's a beach here, there are biking trails, there are hiking trails, I saw some ski trails, I even saw some horse trails. So it seems like there's a little bit of something for everybody when you get a chance to come here to Hartman Creek. Hey, that's going to do it right now for me. Make sure you follow me all over social media at RVJedeye. And then, of course, follow me on the blog at RVJedeye.com. Get out and enjoy. Try to explore places like these because I think in the end, you'll really enjoy being out in nature. We'll see you next time.